Okay, so now I get to animate just this group together. And before I do that, I can touch it up a little bit, use all of my compositing skills. I can dodge and burn it. I'm going to darken the midtones of my creature a little bit now that he's in the mouth. Makes sense that he would be darker in his shadows, right? Because he's not going to be moving too much. I can puppet warp him a little bit, but his head is pretty much there. I can do kind of spurts of blood if I want. Let me see. Because I already had his texture overlays of clouds kind of built into him, he was pretty light. Okay, now let's darken the highlights a little bit on Mr. T-Rex. Now as I build him, let's see, this is my last stage one. I need to bring this frame over. I need to make sure I've played with the rain. And I've got the shadow in there now. I'm not sure. Let's see. That looks like a different rain, so I'm pretty safe with that one. All right, even though I think I had already moved it over. Let's move it over. Layer, merge visible, hold down Option, select all, Command C, paste it in. Yeah, so that's looking better. So you see how that shadow kind of envelops now the head of the creature as he makes his final grab for him. This guy's still moving nicely. Now I get to animate just that asset, the combined asset. So this is called animating a combined asset now. So I make a duplicate, and we get to move pretty fast. And I'm going to do puppet warp. Unfortunately, it's no longer a smart layer. I just wanted to show you that. So I need to anchor the feet at least, but then otherwise I can do lots with it. I don't know why I anchored the bottom of his feet. I didn't want to do that. So let me cancel that. And edit puppet warp. Really, I just need to anchor the feet of the T-Rex and then his neck, and then play like that to have him shake the guy around. So I'm just going to lift him up a little bit, like so. You see how the shadow is going to move with him, but I don't want the shadow to move with him. So how do I fix that? I'm going to erase away the shadow here. Right? I want to be at 100% so it doesn't interfere with the puppet warp. And then I want to paint the shadow in down here and attach that to the creature again. But erase it out right there. So there's all kinds of little things. Now I move the sky. And keep it going. Now I've got a combined asset. It should animate pretty quickly. I'm just going to be shaking him around. But it takes a lot of work to get there to that combined asset. Okay, and then edit puppet warp. Just anchor the feet. That's just the shadow and the neck. Okay, and now I want to have him ingest the creature a little bit. Start kind of slurping him in. So how do I do that? I'm going to be pretty rough about it. As a combined asset, I made a duplicate. So now I'm just going to select my creature's body, duplicate it, Command J, transform it, kind of have it sucked up a little bit and squished. If I want to puppet warp it, I can. Right? But kind of anchor it around the jaws and then just kind of squish it, push it, pull it, bop it, squeeze it, twist it. Okay, and then I have to erase away the one behind where it overlaps. Let's get rid of some of that soft edge on the eraser. All right, this is all going to go pretty quickly. You see, like the top of the head of the creature is still there in his mouth. But this will help. All right, so that's kind of phase 2. And get rid of, have him suck in that creature's ear a little bit. But after this, I'm pretty much going to go back to my regular dinosaur asset, the smart layer one, and have him swallow and chew, or at least chew. All right, so let's play with the rain. Let's grab it all. I don't even want to think how many layers I have to make all this work, but I know I have at least 34 different frames I've brought over, though not all of those I've kept. Right? So it goes from that to that, which is pretty funny looking, because his ear kind of stays in the same place, and now he's going to get them all in his mouth in this next one. This is the big moment, the climax. So there he is. Get rid of this guy. Replace him with this guy. And puppet warp him. And because he's a smart object, lo and behold, it's going to remember where the pins are. And I need to make him kind of match what we've had before, which is tricky. I'm going to grow his mouth a little bit. So to help match what came before, I turn on the last frame, right? But let me fade it out. This kind of shows me where I'm headed. Okay, so first I'm going to line up the eye, and then then warp it, scale it. There we go, like so. And move him forward a little bit. Okay, so now this is what I want. Don't need this anymore. Move the creature further in his mouth. Shrink him down. This makes me laugh. I'm actually very kind to animals, but animation, you get to live out some of these gruesome dreams you might have had. Let's see. And he's going to be okay. I'm going to spit him out. He's going to be fine. Let's burn him a little bit more now that he's in the mouth more, especially the shadows. Let's play with the rain. Capture it all. Select A, Command C, and V. So it's going to be a pretty quick ingestion here. Grabs, lifts, sucks, ingests. It gets them all the way in his mouth. And the rain keeps changing each time. Oh, and the shadow underneath. Ah, so many. This be a warning. Don't do so many different attributes all the time. Okay, where's the shadow? Where's the shadow? Where's the shadow? Here it is. I'm going to steal this shadow. And just keep it in there. And it's sloppy looking. That's all right. All right, let's grab it again. Let's bring it over. And I should just be able to leave that shadow. All right, good. So that shadow's a little dark. I'll leave it for that frame, that's just fine, but the next frame, let's take its opacity down a little bit. And what do we do now? Well, I'm going to have him close his mouth. Make a duplicate of him. Puppet warp him. Close that mouth. I give him pretty much too many points of articulation here. And it remembers all of them. But if I want to get rid of them, remember, I can just hold down Option and cut some of these. So maybe not close his mouth all the way, so that they don't become the same thing. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, and then let's get rid of the creature. Or let's make the creature darker. And run it behind. There he is. And then let's change the rain and grab it and see how that looks. Might not be enough, but it's a fun little moment. Not all the frames need to last the same amount of time either, so we can make this all go by a little bit faster if we wanted to once we make them animation frames. Uh-oh. I didn't, let's see. Yeah. Copy. I didn't copy that time. Paste. Huh. Okay, something's going wrong. Hold down Option, Layer, Merge Visible, Command A, Command